That day, Tubbs didn't eat anything. He put his head against the garden fence and just waited. His owners didn't notice, but Tubbs's heart grew a little lonelier that day. No one knew who she was. No one knew how gentle he was, how much he loved to play. And worst of all, no one wanted to know. Until there are some dogs that speak not with their voice, but with their look, especially if it is a lonely dog, like in a deserted forest, with no friends. In a small and quiet neighborhood in Texas, there lived a pit bull with big brown eyes. Her name was Tubbs, a female pit bull. Despite her strong exterior, inside she was like cotton wool. But unfortunately, no one could see through her because people only saw the outside of her. Every morning, the same thing happened. Tubbs would go to the garden gate, sit down and wait, her tail wagging hopefully, her eyes searching for warmth in every passerby. Maybe someone would stop and say, "Hello, sweet girl." Maybe someone would pat her head, but every day passed the same way. People just walked by. Tubbs wagged her tail twice as fast when a boy sped past her on a bicycle, but the boy didn't even turn his head. He had fear on his face because it was a pit bull. Do you really think pit bulls are that scary? That day, Tubbs didn't eat anything. He put his head against the garden fence and just waited. Her owners didn't realize it, but Luna's heart grew a little lonelier that day. No one knew who she was. No one knew how kind she was, how much she loved to play. And worst of all, no one wanted to know. Tubbs wanted to pass the ball to the children on the street and rub his nose in the hands of old ladies, but people tried not to make eye contact with him when he walked through the gate. Tubbs didn't understand. Did he do something? Why is everyone avoiding him? This is where the story started to change, because one morning, Lisa, Tubbs's owner, noticed something. Gaze was getting slower and slower. The sparkle in her eyes faded. Hope was giving way to quiet acceptance. And on a piece of cardboard, the little girl owner wrote the following in black marker: "Tubbs is friendly. She would love a gentle pat." She hung the cardboard on the garden gate. It was a small thing, but Tubbs' life would change completely. In the first days, it didn't attract much attention, but gradually people started to stop. One by one, everyone stood in front of the door and petted Tubbs, who had her head out. Tubbs was so happy. He looked at everyone, who gently stroked his head with grateful eyes. It was as if even his eyes were filling up. Maybe a passing courier, an old couple, a wife with her little baby, and many others loved Tubbs. Seeing Tubbs so happy after so long, it was a completely different experience for him. She felt as if she had a big family now, and she became the voice of love. There was no trace of our little friend who had been lonely, who had spent the whole day without eating or enjoying anything. He was always smiling. When night came, he wanted to go to sleep immediately so that she could quickly wake up in the morning. His sweetness. I'm glad Lisa wrote this life-changing article. I hope Tubbs will always be like this. Some dogs don't bark, but Luna managed to touch hearts. If you have found yourself in Luna's story, maybe you know you are not alone. Don't judge someone before you get to know them. Maybe the thing you fear the most is the one that will actually heal your heart. And if you read these lines with feeling, leave a comment. Maybe someone else is not alone. Maybe another Luna is waiting to be loved.